Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon, and this is episode 21. Today is the 4th of July, so I happen to have some time to record today, and I figured might as well do it today instead of doing it tomorrow. So a happy 4th of July to all of you here in the States. For anyone out of the country who doesn't know, the 4th of July here in America is Independence Day. It is a national holiday, so everybody's off of work and having barbecues, and it is so hot. It's about 12:15 in the afternoon, and it is already 92 degrees. I feel like I'm melting. We do have an air conditioner, like a window air conditioner. We don't have central air, and I had to shut off the ceiling fan in here, and the door's closed so you can't hear the air conditioning running, and there's no air movement. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm just going to try to get through this because it is hot. So first things first, I want to, while I'm thinking about it, somebody asked me on the Rav group, where did the name Retro Lemon come from? And it's really like no big thing. There is this fabric, and it's retro inspired, and it's lemons, and there's a good chance everybody's seen it. It's at your local Joann's store, and I am obsessed with this fabric. I have made a ton of stuff. I own a whole bolt of this fabric because I think someday I will have a craft room. Someday I will have a room all to myself where I can have all my crafty stuff, and I want to decorate with this fabric. I want to make curtains and the whole bit. So I own a whole bolt of it, like, that's put away, and I've bought more than that. I've bought a ton. So the closest thing I could find without going and digging out the fabric is this. Here's some clanking. It's a knitting needle holder, and this is the fabric right here. It's called Juicy, and I'm thinking it's a Michael Miller fabric, but I'm thinking it's either Michael Miller or Robert Kaufman, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think it might be a Robert Kaufman fabric. Their stuff, in my opinion, is very similar, and I get them confused sometimes. I'm thinking it's a Robert Kaufman fabric. Like I said, it's called Juicy, and it's like lemons cut in half, and there's darker lemons and lighter lemons, and that is where the name Retro Lemon came from. So this was a knitting needle holder. You see, these are all the straights I have. I don't have many straights. So this thing is huge. It's an oatmeal canister, and I just took my favorite fabric and 2 coordinating fabrics, some rickrack and some bias tape, and I made a knitting needle canister that was cute. Because I figured someday, if and when I finally get a craft room, this is what I want it to all be in. I got yellow and white gingham, this like sagey green and polka dots, and I love it. So that is where Retro Lemon came from, and like I said, I'm totally obsessed with it. So when I was trying to think of a username, I had all this, I have a ton of it, this fabric, everything. And I don't know why I have yet to have bags made by Lois. Knitting's my bag, because at this point her bags are just kind of my favorite. I've never used a box bag myself, but the zipper makes me nervous. But I might like it. But anyway, someday I'm going to have Lois make me at least a medium and a small set with the lemons. I don't know why that hasn't occurred to me. So anyways, we're going to move on to the giveaway. We had the May-June Shaw knit-along with the Hogwarts Express, the Henslow, and the Ruffled Fichu. And that ended, and we had 17 entries. So it'll be from number 3 to 19, because number 2, somebody accidentally chitter-chattered and I had to delete it. And I feel horrible doing that, because I feel like such a jerk. Like, I deleted your post. But it's only because we gotta keep it fair. Okay, it's still up from last week, or not last week, last month when I did it. So, you know, which I noticed I forgot to show the last winner, so this is proof. Alright, so let's see. It's from number 3 through 19. Done. And I'm going to hit generate. And the winner is 18. So we'll go and see who number 18 is. It's kind of nice everything's all on the one page. 18 is Knittin' Elmo. And she knitted the Hogwarts. And her name just says Elmo. So, Knittin' Elmo, please, please, please contact me with your full name and address, because you have won the awesome box bag from Anders Mill, who all of the prizes for today's prize drawings were submitted by Emily, who's aka Millie. So that will be going to you. Let's see. The next winner, generate, is number 4. Let's see who is number 4. Number 4 was Maddie's mama, who is Lori. She did a Hogwarts Express as well, and she did hers out of the Dancing Dog Dye Works Tweety like I did, but in a different color. Very nice. And then the last winner is 19. 19 is Ponky, who is also known as another crafty girl. Her name's Sarah. Right? I'm like, that is right. Yeah, Sarah. Finally popped up. And Sarah, you win the really awesome stitch markers. There's a little sheep and a spinning wheel and a ball of yarn and a tape measure and the What Would Elizabeth Zimmerman sticker. And then this is safe to put on your car. Oh, I forgot to show Lori, Maddie's mama, what she won. Lori, sorry about that. You won the magnetic pattern guides. Yay! So, thank you everybody who made this knit along so much fun and so many great patterns, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I know there were so many people who were like, oh, I'm so glad you're doing the knit along because I've really been wanting to knit the Hogwarts, or hey, I'm glad you did the knit along because I wouldn't have seen the Henslow, or, you know, so that, I love hearing that. That really means a lot to me, the feedback I get. I really try to take it to heart. The July-August knit along has begun. I did open up that thread. I think it was like 1 in the morning or something, so it was like an hour late, but I figured nobody's going to get anything done in an hour. Maybe an hour owl puff, but it was late. So I went ahead and I opened that up, and there's already 1 entry. I'm so excited. The knit along is the Retro Lemon Studio Toy Free-for-All. What that is it's any toy pattern, because that's pretty much all I do. So any toy pattern designed by me, you can enter it in. And that does include the Christmas ornaments, which to me are just mini toys. I mean, you don't have to use them as actual ornaments. To me, they're just itty bitty toys. So you can enter any of those. Owl Puffs, which is a free pattern. Everybody loves Owl Puffs. And the closing for that, I think, is August 29th is the day I record. So I will close that thread at noon Eastern time. So, you know, you have almost a full 2 months, but I had to cut it, you know, a day and a half short because of all that, or 2.5 days or so, something like that. Anyways, so then I'm so excited because the toy knit along's going on, and from pretty much here on through August, I'm going to be insanely busy. I'll still be recording, I'll still be on Ravelry it just might take me a little bit longer to respond to PMs and stuff like that. I mean, I normally try to get to them within the hour. I try to, even like every time I walk by the desk, like refresh Rav just to make sure, because I get tons of PMs. And so it just might take me a few hours longer. So I feel bad when people are stuck on a pattern. I try to respond like really quick. But this, from now on, I mean, this summer is going to be insanely busy for me. So I wanted to get a new pattern out, and I wanted everyone to have a chance to have all the time to knit it. So I am so excited. If you haven't seen this on Ravelry, then I would like you to meet Lulu. This is, oh, she got a piece of fiber stuck to her. I got some fiber sitting here. This is Lulu, the fiber spinning ladybug. I am kind of a lot obsessed with ladybugs at the moment, and I think it's all my spinning wheel's fault. I mean, I've always liked ladybugs, so I thought it would be fun to make a ladybug. And since she was inspired by my spinning wheel, she is the fiber spinning ladybug. And she's a pretty good size. She's about 5.5 inches, which is, you know, almost my whole hand. My hand might be like 6 inches. But, I mean, she's little without being too little, is my description. She is made with worsted weight yarn. And she is available on Ravelry for $6. So that kind of takes us into my finished objects, because I got this Lulu done. And I got this Lulu done. This Lulu is made out of, did I say this is made out of Dancing Dog Dye Works? It's cherry red and black. And then this one is made out of Barocco Vintage in the Berries colorway, which is the Stitch Red yarn that I had gotten. And the black is cast iron. And I decided to use buttons for this pattern because I wanted something different. I'm like, you know, I could have went and cut out little felt circles. I could have embroidered on little black spots. But I'm like, you know, I had a bunch of buttons. And I'm like, oh, buttons would be something different. Change it up a little. So, but you can embroider on your spots, which I would recommend doing if you were making for anyone under 3 and under. You could use felt, you could use whatever. So, those are 2 of my finished objects. And I wanted to share, she is named Lulu, and that's also what I named my spinning wheel, because your spinning wheel has to have a name. And there was a book, here it is, that it was my daughter's favorite book as a child. She's still a child. She'll be a teenager this summer, but she's still a child in my opinion. And it was called Little Lulu Ladybug. So that is where Lulu comes from. This was, I said, my daughter's favorite book because you see, it has this ladybug here, right? As you open it up, the ladybug travels, and it'll stop. And there's like, and it moves along with the thing. And it is not a long book. And it's no, like, award-winning book. And then she is all the way back home. So this was my daughter's just, I can't even tell you how, I thought this book was gone. I didn't think we had it anymore. And my daughter's just like, oh no, Ma. Mom, I still have it. So I found it and I wanted to share kind of where Lulu came from and why she was named what she is. So, oh, real quick, because I totally forgot. We're going to go over the prizes for the knit-along, so I'm sorry, I'm backtracking a little. I guess I'm kind of trying to get through this today, and before my camera shuts off because it overheats. The prizes for the knit-along. Just a reminder, for our July-August knit-along, we have a skein of Dancing Dog Dye Works, which I am not opening up because her bows are so much prettier than mine. But it is in the Jelly Beans colorway. Jelly Beans is essentially like all the colors of the rainbow plus purple or pink in a variegated yarn. We also have the little Notions bag, and I had it all fluffed up here. and box bag donated by Mostly Munchies, who is Melissa, and she does all the sewing with stuff with zippers for the Silver Pumpkin. So this is flannel. Someone was like, I noticed you weren't handling it a lot. I have sensory issues and flannel just kind of makes my skin crawl. I feel horrible, but it's a gorgeous bag and the sewing and stitching on it is awesome. So that is from that. And then 716 has donated a skein of her, it's 716 Strong, which is a worsted weight in the pre-birthday spanking colorway. She has such fun colorways, and I guess they're Buffy the Vampire inspired, which I've never seen Buffy. I hate to admit. And then Susan Claudino, who I love and adore, she is No Knit Sherlock on Ravelry. She is donating a copy of her Fruit Loops gang pattern, which is super, super cute. I have it. I bought it. I'm dying to make it. They're all these cute little softies, and they're like fruit. And their little faces. And then this was another set of pattern marker guides to give away. So far, 5 great, amazing prizes. So please knit tons of toys and get them in there. So, okay, back to finished objects, because we were talking about the little Lulu ladybugs. And I finished my retro lemon socks. Yay! I have had so many people private message me about this yarn. I got, I guess you'd say, like an advanced skein of this. Michelle of Dancing Dog Dye Works had never done a 4-stripe before. So this is her first 4-striped yarn, and she wanted me to test it and see how the stripes came out. Love it. Perfect. Couldn't be happier with it. So this will be coming in the future. I do believe it will be a pre-order. So there will be more information about that when she has the time. Right now, she is finishing up dyeing up stuff for a yarn club. So she needs to get that out of the way so she has the time to do all the stripes, because it is a very time-consuming process. So I just did a gusset sock, and it worked out perfectly with my heels. I absolutely love this. I cannot wait to wear them. I haven't worn them yet because it's been too hot. Let's just be honest, people. When it's 90-some degrees, the last thing you want to put on is wool socks. So, I just love them. I just, love them. It's all my colors in a sock. And it's stripes. Yay. So, moving on to works in progress. Let's see. I started, instead of socks, because I needed a travel pattern, I started my Color Affection shawl. And this is as far as I've gotten. I am halfway through the solid part. So it's not real impressive at this point. Just a bunch of garter stitches. It goes like this. This is the top. Like I said, nothing to write home about. But I really love this yarn. This is the Cascade Heritage. This is the Anise colorway. And I know I buy all my yarn that is like from major manufacturers, from Jimmy Bean's Wool. And Jimmy Bean's Wool has the color number and the name. And I stink with colors, but I can remember the names. So this is Anise. And then I also have the Primavera Green and Christmas Red. So it will be all that. Ah! Roll away yarn. I'll get that later. The next work in progress, oh my goodness, so I decided, because, you know, I said, oh, the Even Star was going to be my summer knit. I'm like, crap, it's July. Like, it hit me, like, Friday. I'm like, it's going to be July in a couple days, and I haven't started it yet. Shoot. So, I busted out my one and only skein of Wool Miza, and it's the lace garn, and it is huge. It's like 17 or 1800 yards. And, yeah, let's just say my ball winder could not handle that much yardage. So, I'm like winding it. It was winding nice and even, and then it's getting full and it's kind of flopping. And I'm like, crap. So, I'm trying to, like, rig something up. So, I'm like, okay. It ended up being a tangled mess. It took me, like, a whole 24 hours to get everything untangled, and it's now in 2 balls. It was a mess. It was a disaster. And I was, like, literally, like, sick to my stomach trying to untangle this mess. Because all I'm thinking is, this is my only skein of Wool Miza. I don't know if I'll ever own any more. You know. It's, you know, to me it was special. I bought this on a D-stash and I got a really good deal. And it is my color green. This is my all-time. This ball's a little wonky still, because I was frustrated. Half of it's like hand wrapped. Anyways, this is my all-time favorite color green. It is perfect for me. I wanted, like I said, I got it from a D-stash. I wanted something special. I wanted to be like, if I'm knitting something this epic, to have a yarn that I can be like, oh yes, that's my Even Star, and it's in Wool Miza. So, like I said, I was just really frustrated. My poor husband, he felt horrible. He's like, because I explained to him, I'm like, I got this on D-stash for a really, really good price. I'm like, and it's my all-time favorite color of green ever on the planet. And, you know, I had shown him the Even Star, and he's like, holy crap, that's amazing. You're really going to knit that? And I'm like, yeah. So, okay, this is my Even Star so far. I'm still working it on double points. So, there's like the setup section. So, I got the setup section done. And then there's the actual charted section. I am halfway through the first chart. When I am done with the first chart, I will then work the next increase row onto a 22 or 24 inch circular needle. Work it till there. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta take a sip. It's so dry in here. I feel like I'm melting. And, go from there. And then I also have like a 40-some inch circular that I will move to probably eventually. So, this is it. This is my Even Star right now. I can barely stretch it, because I do not want to pop a stitch off these double points. So, that's it. That's it so far. I do have my beads. I ordered my beads quite a while ago from fusionbeads.com. Got a seriously good deal. I'm using crystal clear beads that have like a rainbowy sheen on them. If you look them up on Crystal Beads, they are called, on Fusion Beads, they are called Crystal Clear AB, like the letters AB, seed beads. So, book review. Hopefully I can get this through this kind of quick. I had told you I had ordered this. It is the Knit Red book. It is by Laura Zander, who I do believe is like in charge of or runs or whatever of Jimmy Bean's Wool. Because I think I saw on Jimmy Bean's Wool where they were advertising this, and it says by Laura Zander, aka Jimmy. So, and then it says forward by Deborah Norville. Okay, I got a small side rant. Because I'm like, okay, it's by Deborah Norville. you know, this is a book you pay for, and she was on a local radio station a couple months ago, and they were talking about adult content and why anybody pays for it anymore, because it's free. You can get so much free on the internet. And I don't know why they were even talking to Deborah Norville. It was evidently for, what is she on, like, no, it's not Entertainment Tonight, I don't think, or it's something. Anyways, they're talking about her show, and so she pipes up, she goes, well, I don't look for adult content on the internet, but I look for free knitting and crocheting patterns. She goes, because I don't know why anyone in the world would pay for a pattern. And I'm driving, and as I'm hearing this, I'm like totally ticked off, being a designer. Because I'm like, you know, I put a lot into my designs, and I try to be there and give anyone who knits one of my patterns any support that I can when they run into a problem. And I'm thinking, really, you're going to insult all of them? And then she has a pattern in here as well, which is a paid-for pattern because you have to buy the book. So that was just my rant. I don't like Deborah Norville now. I don't really even know who she is before that because I don't watch the show she's on. But now I'm sorry if I have like cleavage or something today. I'm in my party dress for the picnic because we're leaving like right after I'm done with this. So I apologize immensely because I don't think it's bad unless if I lean forward. Anyways, one of the patterns I absolutely loved in this is this stole. And I'm not showing anything over here. It's just notes and materials. I just wish there would be a picture of it, like, spread out. Because on this page, this chick's wearing it, like, wrapped over her shoulders and belted. I've never thought to do that and probably never would. I'm not a belt girl. And then this one is just kind of draped. It does almost look like there's kind of a leafy pattern in it. But I still think it's really pretty. I love that it's red because I'm kind of loving red at the moment. One of my misses, try to cover the pattern here, is this sweater. It has these weird funky ruffles all down it. Yeah, not happening. I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal at all. One of the patterns I'm kind of on the fence about because it's an A-line hooded cardigan. A-line hoodie is what it's called. And I don't know. It almost looks like it flares too much. I don't know if you can see. But it's cute. And there's a better picture on the other page. Let's see, do I have something in here? I'm gonna stick these pattern guides in front of the pattern. Here it is here. I'm just afraid it might look a little too preggers. Because, you know, A-line stuff can do that sometimes. You get people going, oh, what are you expecting? And you're like, I'm not. This is the only picture of this shawl and this whole thing, and I think that's such a disappointment because it looks gorgeous, and there's like a heart in it. See, at least this is a little more spread out, and you can see the pattern. I love, love, love this beret. I'm not a beret girl. I don't think I can pull it off. But I really love this. And then there's a back shot. This one they took really good pictures of. To really show all of the detail. Okay, I want to like this, but it loses me at the cowl. It's a cardigan and it has this weird... I like it until you get to the neck. And then what I thought was really, really cute, and I think you can get the pattern free online, because this is bonus pattern. But I'm not 100% sure. It is a free little pattern, but I still want to cover it up. It's the little red dress. And I think it's like Barbie size. So I thought that was cute. Just the little, you know, Go Red for Women dress that you see on logos. So I really like the book. Everything in it is red. I love that they use all different shades of red and variegated reds. Some of the patterns I really love. Some of them I'm like, eh. I bought this on Amazon. It normally retails for $19.95, and I think I got it for like $13 something on Amazon. Okay, next. Gosh, it is so dry in here. I am so sorry. Oh, I'm melting. Ooh, I can't wait to turn that fan back on. Okay, all spun up. I have nothing all spun up because I still don't have my parts back from Shat. They should be here tomorrow. Once they got to Shat, they were shipped the replacement, everything. I don't know exactly what they replaced. I would assume I'm getting back all my same bobbins, and if my whirls fit onto the replacement flyer they're sending me, I would think I'm getting back all the same pieces with the exception of the flyer. I'm assuming I'm getting a new flyer. I don't think they fixed my other one. I don't know. All I know is from the day they got it to 2 days later, everything was shipped back to me. So because of the holiday and they sent it UPS ground, it's taking longer than I expected. But I should have all of my parts back tomorrow so I can get back to my spinning wheel. So in the meantime, Tour de Fleece is going on. I'm like, shoot. I really don't want to be 5 days behind on Tour de Fleece. So I don't have anything on the bobbins this week, but I have something on the spindle. Yep, I busted out my drop spindle. This is it. It was made by a local artisan, and I am spinning a loop spontaneous spinning cloud. I had showed this last week. I think it was last week. Yeah. And it's the gravity colorway of the spinning cloud. And I suck with a drop spindle. I really do. I totally forgot to show you my Yarny goodness. So we'll backtrack after this. We'll do all the goodness together, yarn and fiber. So I'm spinning like really, really super thin. Because it's just what it's wanting to do. Because it's Tussa Silk, Bamboo, and Merino, and Angelina. So I've been doing at least 15 minutes a day. I think one day I did 20. Trying to get the hang of it, and I'm just not good. I cannot wait for my spinning wheel. But because my goal is essentially a pound. And to do at least 15 minutes a day. So I've been doing my 15 minutes on my drop spindle. So, okay, backtracking to Yarny goodness, and I don't know how, I'm like, it's in my notes in the right order. Oh, because it kind of got scrunched in, because, yeah. Okay, so really quick, Yarny goodness. I had said that I had won a prize for the Remembering Remy knit along, and this is what I got. It is Spinning Fates, the Shiva base. It's 100% superwash merino, 400 yards, 100 grams, and it is called Remembering Remy, and it is this cotton candy pinks. Very gorgeous. I love it, and my daughter has decided she wants her Hogwarts made out of this instead of the Dancing Dog Dye Works Raspberry Tweety. So I'm like, yay! So I figure I'm going to go and make her a Hogwarts with this, and then with what's left over, I want to make me one little hexapuff, because that way I can have it in my blanket forever. I can be like, that's the yarn I won, and it was Remembering Remy, and I made my daughter a shawl, and then Anything left over after that, I'm hoping there's enough to make at least one baby hat, and I would be thrilled if I could make 2. And then, since we are 716 donated skein of yarn for the knit along, and then she gave us a coupon code last week, which if you're seeing this episode today on July 4th, I think today's the last day you can use that coupon code. And it's only on the strong base, 716 strong. It is superwash merino, 110 yards. Okay, sorry, camera shut off. It's really hot. I went and touched it, and my flip is hot. So, just gotta get through this. 716 strong. It is called Embrace This Thing Called Life. And I got this because I love the colors. There's blues and yellows and then magentas. And I really wanted to try one of the yarns that was all splattery looking because I've never knit something like that up. So I thought it would be really fun to try something new. I just love all the colors. Like I said, her dyeing process is just so unique. Each skein will probably always be a little different, even if it's the same colorway. So I'm excited to try that. It's so soft and squishy. I'm like, oh, love it. And then she always attaches a cute little stitch marker. So that's it for Yarny goodness. And for fiber goodness, I got a loop. But I had to share because I adore Steph of Loop. I don't know anybody that probably hasn't met her, chatted with her or something that just doesn't adore her. I'm like, oh, I wish we could go have coffee or something together. Anyway, so I got my loop, and she always includes these cute little postcards and puts little messages on the back. And this one says, "Thanks so much, Jenna. P.S. Enjoy the clouds. It's inspired by Guess Who? Love, Steph." And this is the sample I got. Normally there's a card in it, and it'll tell you what colorway, and there's no colorway. So I have no idea what it's called, but I had said last week I wanted a cloud that was bright and fluffy and yellow, and this is a yellow and greens, and there's Angelina. It kind of reminds you of Limeade. Look at that. Oh my god. My heart is just squeeing right now. I love this. I love this so much. I really hope this ends up in the shop because I want one. Oh, this makes me happy. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot wait to spin this up. This will be going on the wheel when all my Ladybug parts come. So, I'm sure you're going, what loop did you get? This update was nuts. I've never been cart jacked. Ugh, fiber. So many times during a loop update. Normally, you get cart jacked once. I usually get, what I want right away, and then I'm done. But this is a nice olivey green. There's a gray, an aqua, a light blue, a limey green, and then kind of a deep tealish huntery green. It is called Imp. So, and this is 5.7 ounces, so it's a pretty good sized bat. It is just merino, bamboo, and Tessa silk. It's the first one I've ever gotten from an update that didn't have sparkle. So I'll get that back in the bag. It's so big and fluffy. I love it. Whew. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. Yay! Hopefully this didn't go too long. Like I said, a big happy 4th of July. Everyone please be safe and careful out there. Please don't drink and drive. I know everyone's out there having fun and partying and barbecues. Just be safe. You're not just putting your life at risk, you're putting others. That's my little PSA for today. And also, everyone stay cool. I know several places across America and all other places is scorching hot, so be safe, keep cool, and until next week, I'm Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon, on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest. The group on Ravelry is Retro Lemon Studio, and the website where all the show notes can be found is retrolemonstudio.com. So, till next week, I'll see you then. Bye.